Okay, hopefully the Inventor 3 video that I posted was helpful. We're going to learn a couple new commands within Inventor today, so we're going to go new. Once again, here was what I was referencing in the previous video. Make sure that has been changed from puzzle cube to default. Okay, I'm not working on the puzzle cube yet. Will be coming up, but we have not started that. You'll know when we start that. So we're going standard IPT, create. Just going to pan this over so I can see it a little bit better. Basically what I'm going to try to make is like a glass beaker you'd see in chemistry class. So we're going to start by drawing a circle from the origin. Let's drag that out 3. Okay, work with me here. I'm completely making this up as I go, so I might make a mistake here or there. So once I've made this circle, the next thing I want to do is I want to add a center line. So I'm going to come up here to center line. I'm going to go just somewhere to the left of the circle that I've drawn. Click on the X axis, drag it. Nope, sorry, need to make sure I'm in center line. I didn't have the line indented. Once again, center line is still highlighted, so I'm going to click to the left, drag a center line all the way down. Let's make it about 8 inches. Once again, you can type it in 8 if you want, or it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to reference everything off of this origin, but I want it to be down here. Once again, it depends on how far to the left you clicked on your circle, so yours is going to be variable a little bit. I'll make sure I make it shorter than 8, which should make it fine for you all. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, now that I have that center line, I'm going to turn that center line off, and I'm going to offset this center line up. I'll offset that up 0.75. Okay, so you should already know this command. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to trim that aspect off. So basically this is one side of the tube on my beaker that I'm making. Also going to trim the bottom side off of the circle. I'm going to trim this off as well. That way if I poured water in here, it would actually flow down and not get broken off by that arc. Okay, so at this point, just to give it a flat bottom, what I want you to do is go draw a line, left click on here, just drag your line up a little bit. Let's go 0.1, hit enter, and then draw a perfectly vertical line, or perpendicular to the x-axis. You can see the perpendicular sign. I'm just going to left click that in there. I did not care what the length of it was. I'm going to come back in, I'm going to trim this out, trim this off, trim this off. Now I got this little line here. I'm going to hit escape, upper left hand corner of your keyboard. I'm going to try to click on just that little line right there and delete that. And what happened was I deleted my center line, which isn't the end of the world. I need to still delete that so I have that flat bottom. So once again, now what we're going to do is put that center line back in there. So what we need to do is indent center, go line command, left click somewhere to the left of the object you've drawn, and extend beyond it to the right. So we should be good there. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is add that little bead that goes around the top so it doesn't have a sharp edge. So we're going to go make sure we unindent center line. We're going to go circle right here on the end. Let's make it 0.15. That looks about right. Now what we're going to do is a new command that you haven't used yet. We're going to go offset. Let's click on this. We're going to offset it down. We're going to offset it down 0.5. And that was completely wrong. What I wanted that to be. I'm going to undo that. We're going to offset it down 0.05. That's what I wanted to offset it down to. Okay? So now what we need to do is we need to come back in, make sure we connect the dots here, so we need to click on the end point of this line. Drag it over, click on the end point of that line, so we're connecting the dots there. So that's all one continuous piece. Now we're going to come back over here and zoom in. Once again, we're here. We're going to zoom in on this. What we want to do is we want to extend this line out to here. We're going to come up here to the top, extended it to there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come in and trim this side of the circle off, and trim this off here, and that off there. Okay, so basically this is a little ball that flows around the top edge of the beaker. This is the bulb at the bottom of the beaker, and then the flat bottom. Okay, so that should be it to finish this thing. We've only drawn half of it. Okay, so we only need half because we're using this as a center line. So we're going to revolve this shape in a complete 360-degree revolution around this center line. So we're going to go finish sketch. Revolve. Oh, it automatically did it. Yours may or may not have done that. You may have had to select your profile, then click axis, which obviously would be the center line, and then hit OK and it would revolve. Okay, hopefully yours did that. So right now we got the beaker that we just made. Probably not to scale. Might not look exactly. I'm not a science teacher. So now what we're going to do, make it look a little bit more realistic. Come up here, go generic. Clear plastic. That looks good. Alright. So there you go. There's your beaker. So how are we going to make sure we did this right? We're going to go File, Save As, Inventor 4. Sorry, it's going to take me a minute to figure out where I'm saving this. Okay, so I saved it as Inventor 4, exactly the same way you should, only obviously you should be saving it to your student drive. Now we're going to do the same old thing we've always done. New, IDW, Create, delete ANSI large, Edit Sheet, right click on Sheet, Edit Sheet, change it from C to A, hit OK, correct size of paper. Now we're going to go base. I'm going to change the scale down just a little bit. Let's go to 0.75. Okay, now you actually only need 2 views on this because this is a circular cylindrical object. The front and the top are going to be exactly the same, so we don't need it. So I'm only placing that view in there, and then I'm going to pull over to the side here, left click it in there. Let's see if I can move this view. So now we have it's actually our side and our top. It's a pretty good reference of what we need. So we're going to annotate, dimension it from top to bottom. No, I gotta hit baseline. Actually, I'm going to go back and undo that. I'm going to go baseline. I'm going to show where this neck crease is. Pull that up. Now everything else should be able to be dimensioned on this drawing right here in my top view. Dimension. I'm only going to click on the solid lines. And we'll add a note at the end. So I have that all dimensioned out. Probably need to put a dimension right here on this radius. I'm gonna have to dimension that. Actually, I forgot. I'm doing a text entry, so we're just gonna go text up here at the top. All offsets are 0.01. All offsets are 0.01. Okay. And we're going to do another text insert. Let's just do it down here at the bottom. Then Kennedy first hour. Change it up so you guys, first hour guys, don't think you're special. Second hour. Inventor 4. So again, highlight that if you didn't change it originally. Enlarge that a little bit. Hit OK. Looks good to me. Everything's done. So go ahead and save that as well. Save as, exactly where I want it. So that is it for making the beaker. So hopefully you learned how to revolve. So basically you make anything around a center line and then revolve that around it. By offsetting that, I've created a cavity within it. You could make it solid if you did not do that. And hopefully you also learned how to do an offset. So I offset the distance in so that I had that cavity, and then also we revolved around the center line instead of an extrusion. That's it. So you're going to take a print screen of both, or not a print screen, a snippet using the snippet tool. Where is that located? It's right down here through the start menu, right here, snippet tool. You're going to use that to snippet your IDW screen, just the drawing, and your IPT file, and then upload those. I'll make an assignment where you can upload those in the calendar. That's it.